Hey guys, how you doing? Chris Acheson here, team leader at the Southwest Florida RE Group, powered by MVP Realty. And it is Sunday night, August, what is it, the 13th or the 16th, excuse me. And I just wanted to do a quick video on, well, it is a critical time in the real estate market. Why? Because there's a combination of factors going on related to the economics caused by COVID-19 and a few other lagging economic conditions that have caused our real estate market, in particular in the Southwest Florida real estate area, to just go off the charts. I mean, the market is hot. It is absolutely flying. I mean, sales are flying. Inventory is still low. Prices are super going up super quickly. And it's, people are like, Chris, what's going on? What's the cause of this? Really, what's the background for this? Why is all this demand suddenly surging and inventory so low? And I just wanted to do a video on why, I've never been one to try to push people to buy. I've always been one that, always works at my client's pace, whatever they're comfortable with. I'm there for them. I'm just there to advise on, what I would do and what I think I would do if I were them, and, what fits for their scenario, find the perfect house for the right price, all those types of things. But in this unique scenario, I have been encouraging my buyers to pull the trigger. Why? Because of two reasons primarily. And we're going to talk about both of them in this PowerPoint. The first reason is interest rates and where they are today. And the second reason is forecasted appreciation. Okay. So in this presentation, I'm going to talk about what's going on with interest rates in today's hot market. And I'm going to talk about, well, how much our property is expected to appreciate over the next 7 years or so. Okay. So just a little bit of an agenda here. How are interest rates performing now relative to the last 50 years? Okay. People say, rates are low. Well, how low are they relatively speaking? Then they ask, the second thing is, how would an increase in interest rates actually impact my monthly payment? A lot of people don't really know how interest rates actually affect them dollar for dollar in a monthly mortgage payment type of scenario. So I'm going to go into some quick example on that. And then I'm going to talk about what's expected to happen to the market pricing, as I mentioned before, over the next 7 years. So this is a graph that I got from the St. Louis Fed, which is the Federal Reserve. And it basically shows you the historical 30-year fixed interest rates since 1970, I believe. Yeah, 1970. As you can see, today's rate, or I think it was Friday's rate, was 2.96%. Okay, and that is the lowest it has ever been in 50 years. That's not a sales pitch. That's just a fact. I've actually taken advantage of this myself. I've actually bought a house. I know a ton of friends are refinancing, but this is a reason why, it's a good time to make a purchase, especially if you're going to be buying with a mortgage, because you're going to be paying less, obviously, every month for the next however long you're going to live in that house, right? I mean, you can see on average, over the course of the last 50 years, the average rate is probably somewhere above, 7.5%, 8%, 9%. Since 2000, I'd say the average is probably like 6%, maybe 5.5%. Even in the preceding the big crash, when the market was just absolutely going crazy, rates were like 5.5, 6%, and then they've been kind of hovering at around. They were kind of in the fours for quite a while, and then they started to go down significantly about 6 to maybe 9 months ago. Actually, maybe about a year ago, and then with COVID, they just plummeted. So, what does this actually mean though for a buyer, right? So, I have an example here. Let's say you're buying a $300,000 house and you're putting down 20%. So you're not going to have any private mortgage insurance if you have 20% down on a house. And let's say that you secure an interest rate of 3%. Now, interest rates are highly individualized. It depends on your debt to income ratio. It depends on your credit score. If you're a W-2 or a 1099 employee, all sorts of variables. I think there's 17 variables that go into it. But let's just say that you get a 3.0% credit rate, you have good DTI and good credit score, and you're borrowing $240,000. So the loan to value is 80, 80%. So in this case, you would be paying, including homeowners insurance and taxes, you would be paying $1,303 per month. That's at 3%, right? Now, let's say that you decided to wait 2 years, and in 2 years, rates inevitably go up, right? And let's say they go up to 5%, right? They really can't go any lower. So now we're at same exact house, same taxes, same homeowners insurance, no private mortgage insurance still. Everything is exactly the same except for the interest rate. See, it's at 3%. Now we're at 5%. So what is the difference in your monthly payment now? It's $277 per month. That's a lot. That is a lot of money. What does that come to? $277 per month for each month. That's $3,324 per year extra you would be paying if you bought, let's say, when the rates went up back up to 5%, right? Which they've been at 5, 6, 7% historically and much higher. So it's definitely possible. It's definitely going to happen at some point. So what does this mean? So let's say that you're in a rental scenario and you decide to rent for another 2 years, right? Let's say that your rent is $2,000 a month, right? So $2,000 a month times 12 is $24,000 over the course of 2 years. We're talking about $48,000 going out the door and getting nothing in return for that $48,000. Okay. Now on top of that, not only are you down $48,000 over 2 years, but when you actually do buy, you're going to be paying $3,300 and change dollars more per year because of that higher interest rate, right? And that we're kind of speculating with the interest rate, but it's at the lowest it's ever been in 50 years. I think there's only one place it's going to go. It's going to go back up eventually, right? So now the third variable that I wanted to talk about is forecasted appreciation. Okay. So Collier County over the next 2 years is forecasted to go up 8.25%. That means that prices for properties are expected to go up just over 8%, 8.25%. Okay, so that means that $300,000 house that you waited to buy, instead of it being $300,000 like it is today, it's going to be $324,000, $324,733 to be exact. So not only are you wasting almost $50,000 on rent, you're going to be paying $24,000 more, $25,000 roughly dollars more for the same house in 2 years, and every month that you pay for that house, just because this is just for interest, this is not including the new principal being $24,000 higher, you're going to be paying an extra $277 a month for that same house. And that's just waiting 2 years, right? So where did I get that, 8.25% appreciation? So this is a local economist forecasting, what the real estate market appreciation is going to look like over the next 7 years. So on the left, you have Lee County. On the right, you have Collier County. They're both very similar. Both of them are assuming you purchase a $325,000 house, and in 7 years, that house is expected or forecasted to be worth in Lee County $434,000. So it's gone up 10,000 roughly, $109,000 in 7 years, right? And Lee County is expected to go, a $325,000 house is expected to be worth $428,000, right? So the more you wait, these are astronomically high numbers, this appreciation that is expected. So if you get in now, you're going to make a pretty penny in terms of your profit and your appreciation capacity. But the longer that you wait, obviously the pricier the house gets, and in conjunction with the propensity or likelihood of interest rates going up, it can spell out a rather precarious purchase scenario for you. So that's pretty much it. I just wanted to share that with you guys. The you know, it is a very, very critical time right now. I'm encouraging all my sellers to just list their property and sell it because it will sell quickly and you'll get a pretty good price on it. And I'm also encouraging all my buyers to make a move as well because of interest rates and because of the upcoming appreciation potential that we're forecasted to get over the next 7 years. So it's a very unique scenario. If you guys have any questions, give me a call. My number is 609-634-4419. I'd be happy to help you as usual. And I'll be talking about this a little bit more over the coming weeks and months. And stay tuned as we continue to track the market. And feel free to reach out anytime, guys. Hope you all have a great week. And I will talk to you soon. Take care.